Does raiding, pillaging as a Viking, or defending your lands in the name of God and country sound appealing to you? If so, Total War Thrones of Britannia is your game. Creative Assembly has allowed me to show you footage of it, and now let's go check it out. Today we're going to be looking at the faction of Northumbria. Let's go check out the cultural features for the great Viking army. Here King, the king of the Danes here in Britannia, was playing a delicate game to stay at the top. Find a balance between appeasing the English and your army. This faction experiences a boost in morale and fighting against its hated Anglo-Saxon enemies, and we get 150% more income when raiding or sacking. And now for features unique to Northumbria. Ragnar's legacy. The Swedish king Ragnar is killed in battle fighting the Anglo-Saxons, seek revenge for his death. Very strong axe infantry, has access of berserkers, good all-around infantry including powerful Northumbrian spearmen, and a plus 10% charge bonus to all units. Now we're going to go over a few new campaign features for Total War Thrones of Britannia. Up here, of course, you've got your gold and your income, but now you need to worry about food. If you don't have enough food, you will suffer attrition over time. Over here, we have a brand new mechanic called War Fervor. Total War now has the capability to really dictate whether a kingdom is ready to fight more or is tired of war. And depending on which side of that scale you're on, you'll either have penalties or bonuses. Here we have bonuses. And finally, for the Here King mechanic unique to the Vikings, we're looking at our army and the English people. In this case, we brought our army here who is foreign, but the people are the ones who have lived here, and well, they are the ones who farm our food. So you can see that I have quite favored the English people, and as you do so, you get bonuses with either one. Of course, if you fall into the red, you get other types of penalties. Oh yeah, we need to look at our overall objectives too. I can't show you the ultimate victory, so I'm just gonna have to block that out. Don't mind that. Anyway, over here we've got 3 different ways to win the game. No longer do you just need to conquer a lot of land in order to win a Total War title. Over here we have conquest victories, long and short. Control 40 settlements either by direct ownership or through vassals. Control 10 provinces in full either by direct ownership or through vassals as well. And then over here you've got a short fame victory. And fame is what we'll look at when it comes to our leader. Anyway, fame is gained by increasing your faction leader's influence, raising war fervor, constructing buildings, occupying settlements, researching technologies, and through unique faction mechanics too. And so if you just want to become quite famous, you even have that route as well. Then we have short kingdom or long kingdom victory. Fully control the following provinces either by direct ownership or through vassals, and defeat 5 different factions by capturing their last remaining settlement or by vassalizing them. So now you've got a variety of ways to actually play the game that doesn't just include you conquering a lot of land, which means that if you want to have a shorter campaign but you don't like to leave until you have some type of goal completed, now it won't nearly be as tiring. And then over here we've got missions as well, and that'll show you any current mission that you have right now. Like over here, I need to go after a rival warlord. Now that we have established a strong foothold in Bretonnia, it is time we dealt with our biggest rival. The great Viking army in East England must be forced to swear allegiance to us or die. Let's go back over here to technology. So what's different about technology? Technology doesn't require you to just build a unique building or to just have a lot of gold or to just have time. Now it depends on how you play. Like let's say I wanted to get some healthcare right over here under military prestige. I would need to raise a general to rank 10. If I wanted to get some horse breeding done, I would need to recruit 10 horse units. So now based on how you play, you unlock more technology for that route. And let's go over here to diplomacy. So there's a few new cool tools for that. I mean, of course you have your general map and all of your map filters like ownership, diplomatic status, attitude, public order, and food, and other things that you can either turn on or off. But let's go chat with, let me go look at it. Let's go chat with a faction over here.
I have received you.
Or actually we can't do that because we're fighting, so never mind. Here we go. You can do quite a few things, not in the case of that faction. I guess I'll probably need to find a mightier one that's not a vassal. Okay, let's try you, Difflin. So you can now declare your friendship, and if you do so, well, they'll begin to like you over time. So now you have more tools if you want to have friends. You can create vassal kingdoms, and you can do other things like that too. And all of your typical things like forging a defensive pact and all of that. As you can see, we're fighting a lot of different foes right now, but we're happy to do it. We are Vikings and we're very happy to do that. So let's go look over here now at number 8, or our faction tree. We have our family tree and politics. We're looking at Guthfred, and he's able to divorce his wife if he wants to, We can see that we have many children, and I can even help them seek a wife if I so choose to. That will cost me a bit of money, but that can happen. Okay, let's go down here. There's some intrigue options we have. Declare heir, adopt, seek wife, divorce, arrange marriage, secure loyalty, assassinate, hold feast, lower influence, and strip estate. And we'll go over estates in just a little while. You can see my fame bar here. If I get a lot of fame, I'll get a long fame victory. That's how famous my leader is. And here's my influence too. So if your leader does die, I would imagine you're gonna have to restart that or something like that. But yeah, here's my leader's influence. And of course, as I get more, I get a lot of benefits. And it seems to be pretty huge too. And down here, we can look at overall faction effects. But what's more important too is that we have now estates, which we'll cover in just a moment. But you can assign governors everywhere. You can find out where they're at. You can find out what they rule. You can even give new lands to a governor. But what's more important, estates help ensure character loyalty. Characters will be unhappy if they have fewer estates than their faction leader. Your faction leader doesn't need any estates at all. He's the faction leader. So whenever you have any, you'll want to give them away. Like over here to Ragnar, we gave him 2. To get more for your leader, you must construct estate-giving buildings, conquer regions containing those buildings, use the strip estate action to gain them back, or kill an estate-owning character. Select a character from the list to see what estates they hold, or an estate on the map to see who owns it. So that's really what you have here, and of course you've got your record screen to go over information and your stats all down here. There's a lot of information that you can kind of glean from that. So beyond that, we've got our event messages, and what's cool now is that they have these little informational panels with a little bit of art too. They're quite stylistic and I like them a lot. But a lot of random events will kind of play out. If you've ever played King Arthur the role-playing game, it'll feel a little bit like that. You'll be able to make choices too. But that is what we have right now, and I think we're gonna go check out a battle real quick. Here's our provinces, and you can see, actually I should probably show you the campaign map. That's right. Let's go look at the map right now. So there's a lot of detail put into it. It's not just like we have a few chunks of land that are dictated by 1 or 2 towns in that area. Now Ireland and Scotland and other places like that are quite vast, and there will be a lot of conquering that needs to be done in order for you to fully subjugate them. And there's so many kingdoms too that you can't just plow through one and call it a whole day. You'll have to try to really appease them and maybe go after more significant powers too to put down the rest. You can see that I have a lot of neighbors that want to fight me. The Swine Array, led by Alfred, he's wanted to come for me as well. And finally, we have our recruitment screen. So when you recruit things, you can recruit as much as you want. There's a limit to what you have, of course, and it'll show you how much gold you're spending, how much your upkeep will go up by, and how much food you'll be spending as well. And whenever you do that, they're recruited, right? But over time, they'll have to replenish their numbers. They'll have to fully power up. They're not just going to be a full group. This means when you lose or win a battle, it's much more important for you and the AI. So you have to carefully think about what you're doing. And for stances, we're looking at none, fortify, or raiding stance. There is no forced march. Now when you make a choice, you really need to think about it, or things could, well, not go your way. So let's go check out a few units in a battle. Here's our most powerful melee unit, the Danelaw Huskarls. They've got a charge bonus of 176. Whenever they get into battle, people die. We've got the Jarl's Huskarls right over here. They're not nearly as powerful, and then normal Huskarls as well. So that's their tier, 1, 2, and 3. Then we have Berserkers who've got some really nice furs, and well, they're just angry people, though they are well equipped. They're not your half-naked friends charging into battle with their dongs out. Then we have Shield Biters, and finally, Warlord's Companions, which is our bodyguard for our leader. And back here we have Danelaw Archers, Armored Archers if you've played some Kingdom Come. His armor begins to look pretty familiar to you. And some Javelin Men. They all have standard bearers and their own little individual leaders and things like that. The Horsemen, they've got mini units too. And here's a Catapult. If there's any features that you would like to see in the future, let me know. I'll be sure to go over every single one. I wanted to focus on the campaign map as we've seen Total War battles, but what about new additions to the campaign map? I'm very excited about that part, and I hope that all of you are too. Leave a like and comment down below, and look forward to more content later, and as always, Until then.